Welcome to another episode of the Expert Digital AI podcast, where we deep dive into artificial intelligence, generative AI, and digital transformation.
Welcome to the deep dive. Ever imagine a world where algorithms design buildings?
It sounds crazy, right?
Yeah. So today we're diving into that very idea.
Okay.
We've got Rick Spair's blog post for DX today, Innovative Solutions, How AI is Enhancing Efficiency in Architectural Design.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
We're talking AI generating blueprints, not just like picking paint colors.
Right, like actually designing the building.
Expert speaker, what jumped out at you from Spair's take on this?
You know, for me, it's refreshing to see someone so excited about AI's potential, but also grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Spair really emphasizes AI as a tool for architects, not like a replacement.
Right. He dives straight into this concept called generative design.
Generative design, yeah.
Where AI churns out design options way faster than any human team ever could. Can you imagine, like, feeding in your project needs and boom, the computer's spitting out possibilities you wouldn't believe?
It's more than just speed, though, right?
Right.
Scare talks about AI sifting through building codes and regulations, which, let's be honest, can be a huge headache.
Yeah.
Imagine the time saved, not to mention avoiding potential legal hiccups down the road.
Okay, that's huge. It's like having a super-powered assistant who's also a walking encyclopedia of building code.
Exactly.
And it gets even cooler. Spair talks about AI optimizing for energy efficiency, right down to the materials you use.
Yeah, like it's really getting into the weeds.
We're talking buildings designed in sync with the environment.
Absolutely. And this ties into like the whole sustainability movement in architecture.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Spair highlights how AI can factor in climate data, suggest eco-friendly materials, and basically make sure the building isn't an energy hog.
Yeah.
We're talking about creating spaces that are both functional and kind to the planet.
That's pretty amazing. But Spair doesn't shy away from the challenges either, does he?
No, not at all.
He points out that architects need to actually understand how AI works, not just blindly trust the output.
Exactly. It's like, he uses this great analogy. It's like handing someone a power tool without any instruction.
Right.
You need to know how to use it properly to unlock its full potential and to avoid any mishaps, obviously.
So you're saying architects need to become, like, fluent in the language of AI?
In a way, yeah.
That's fascinating. But where does, like, human creativity fit into all of this?
That's where it gets really interesting. Spair believes the real magic happens when human intuition meets AI's processing power. He even calls it a new era of innovation and creativity. It's about architects using AI to explore thousands of options and then applying their expertise to select the best one for that specific project and community.
So it's like having this incredible brainstorming partner who can generate all sorts of wild ideas, and then you as the architect use your judgment and creativity to shape them into something truly special.
Precisely. And that's what's so exciting about this whole field.
Yeah.
The potential for AI to push the boundaries of what's possible in architecture while still allowing for that essential human touch.
It's almost like AI is giving architects superpowers, but it's up to them to use those powers responsibly.
100%.
But there's a flip side to this collaboration too, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Spair doesn't sugarcoat the potential downsides. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he brings up a really important point, the potential for job displacement.
Yeah.
If AI can automate certain tasks, what happens to the people who traditionally did those jobs? It's a valid concern and one that we need to address.
That's a big one. And it's not just about job losses, right? It's about making sure architect skills evolve alongside this technology.
Absolutely.
Spair stresses that they need a deep understanding of AI to use it effectively.
Absolutely. It's not just about knowing how to use the software. It's about understanding the principles behind it. It's like knowing how to drive a car versus understanding how the engine works. Both are important, but that deeper understanding allows you to be a better, more informed driver.
So architects need to become AI savvy, not just AI users. That makes a lot of sense. It's about bridging the gap between the digital and the physical, the algorithm, and the aesthetic.
And that's where architectural education and training come in. We need to equip the next generation of architects with the knowledge and skills to thrive in this evolving landscape.
It's about preparing them for a future where AI isn't just a tool, but a collaborator in the design process. This is a fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
But we've only just scratched the surface of Spair's insights, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's so much more to unpack here. We've talked about AI's speed and efficiency, but, Spair also touches on how it can help us design buildings that are more responsive to their surroundings.
Oh, okay.
Think about it, like using climate data to optimize for natural light and ventilation.
Right.
That's huge.
It's like we're moving away from imposing a design on a site and moving towards a more integrated and harmonious approach, buildings that adapt to the weather.
Exactly, yeah.
Sign me up. But let's go back to AI and this idea of robust data infrastructure that Spair talks about. What does that even mean in the context of architecture?
Well, imagine, right? Imagine feeding an AI system a massive library of architectural data.
Okay.
Building codes, material properties, climate information, you name it. The AI learns from this data and uses it to generate designs and make decisions.
Right.
But here's the catch.
Okay.
If the data is incomplete or inaccurate or skewed in any way,
right.
the AI's output will reflect those flaws. It's like teaching a kid to ride a bike on a bumpy road.
Okay.
They might learn, but their technique won't be pretty.
So it's all about ensuring the AI is learning from the best, most accurate data possible.
Exactly.
Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. But how do we ensure that happens in the real world?
Well, that's where human oversight is essential.
Right.
Architects need to be involved in curating and validating the data that's used to train these AI systems. They need to ask tough questions. Where did this data come from? Is it representative of the real world? Are there any potential blind spots?
It's like being a detective, right?
Yeah.
Scrutinizing the evidence before building a case, or in this case, a building. Architects become these guardians of data integrity, making sure the AI is working with the right information. That's a huge responsibility.
It is. Yeah. And it highlights the need for architects to develop a deep understanding of data science and AI principles. It's not enough to just know how to use the software. They need to understand what's happening under the hood.
Right. It goes back to that idea of being AI savvy, not just AI users.
100%. Yeah.
Spair seems optimistic about AI's potential, but he also stresses that we need to proceed with caution.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
He's spot on. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it needs to be used responsibly and ethically.
Right.
We need to be mindful of the potential consequences, both intended and unintended, and we need to have open and honest conversations about how to mitigate any risks.
It's almost as if AI is forcing us to re-examine what it means to be an architect in the first place.
Yeah, it's true.
We're not just talking about design skills anymore. We're talking about ethics, data literacy, and a deep understanding of the technology that's shaping our world.
It's a profound shift.
Yeah.
And one that I think architects should embrace. By understanding and harnessing the power of AI, they can not only enhance their design capabilities,
right,
but also address some of the most pressing challenges facing the built environment today, from climate change to social equity.
Spair even talks about AI helping us design buildings that are more resilient to extreme weather events, which is becoming increasingly important in the face of climate change.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about moving beyond the traditional model of designing for the present and towards a more forward-thinking approach. Imagine buildings that can adapt to rising sea levels, withstand stronger storms, and provide shelter and resources in the event of a natural disaster.
It's like we're talking about buildings that are almost alive, responding to their environment and evolving over time.
It is, yeah. It's an exciting way to think about it.
But let's not forget that AI is still a tool, right?
Of course, yeah.
The real magic happens when we combine its computational power with human creativity and ingenuity.
Absolutely. Spair talks about this partnership leading to a new era of innovation and creativity in architecture.
And what does that look like in practice? Can you give us like a concrete example?
Sure. Imagine an architect designing a skyscraper in a densely populated city.
Okay.
Using AI, they can simulate how different design choices will impact the building's energy consumption, natural light penetration, wind patterns, even noise levels at street level.
Wow. So they're not just designing the building itself, they're designing its impact on the entire surrounding environment.
Exactly. And they can do this before a single brick is laid, allowing them to make more informed decisions that benefit both the building's occupants and the wider community.
It's like having a crystal ball that allows you to peer into the future of your design and see how it will interact with its surroundings.
Yeah.
Talk about responsible design.
Right.
But all of this still hinges on the architect's ability to use AI effectively, right? To understand its strengths and limitations.
Absolutely. AI can analyze massive amounts of data and generate design options that humans might never have thought of.
Right.
But it's ultimately up to the architect to guide the process, to make decisions based on their expertise, their values, and their understanding of the project's context.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where AI's computational power and an architect's human judgment intersect.
Exactly.
It's like a dance between two partners, each bringing their unique strengths to the table. This is fascinating stuff, but I'm curious, what happens to the role of the architect? If AI becomes so good at generating designs, do we even need architects anymore?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But honestly, I think it kind of misses the point.
Really?
Yeah, like no matter how advanced AI gets, it's still a tool, right?
Okay.
It's like asking if we need chefs anymore just because we have like fancy kitchen appliances.
I see what you're saying. It's about how we use those tools to enhance our skills, not replace them.
Exactly. Architects bring so much more to the table than just technical skills.
Right.
They bring creativity, vision, and understanding of like human needs and emotions. These are things that AI, at least for now, can't replicate.
Right. You can't program empathy or, artistic vision.
Yep.
Spair seems to suggest that AI will actually free up architects to focus on those higher level aspects of the job. The things that truly make architecture an art form.
Absolutely. Imagine a world where architects can offload the tedious, time-consuming tasks to AI.
Okay,
The
yeah.
drafting, the code analysis, the energy modeling. That frees them up to spend more time with clients, understanding their needs, exploring different design concepts, and really pushing the boundaries of creativity.
It's like AI handles the logistics,
Yeah.
while architects become the conductors of the orchestra, bringing all the different elements together into a harmonious whole.
I like that.
So in a way, AI could actually make architecture more human, not less.
Precisely. By taking care of the technical heavy lifting, AI allows architects to focus on the human element of design, creating spaces that inspire, connect, and elevate our experience of the world. Think about it, like what makes a building truly great? It's not just about the technical specifications or the energy efficiency, although those are important.
Yeah.
It's about how the space makes you feel.
It's about the way the light filters through the windows, the flow of movement through the rooms, the sense of place and purpose that a well-designed building can evoke.
Exactly. Those are the qualities that make architecture so powerful. And those are the qualities that architects are uniquely positioned to bring to the table, even in an age of AI. And remember what Spair said, right? This whole collaboration between human and artificial intelligence, it could lead to a whole new era of innovation and creativity in architecture. We're talking about pushing the boundaries of what's possible, exploring new materials, new forms, new ways of interacting with our built environment.
It's like we're standing on the edge of like an uncharted territory, a whole new frontier in architectural design.
Exactly, yeah. It's exciting.
It's both exciting and a little daunting, wouldn't you say?
A little bit about both, yeah.
So, to wrap things up, if you could leave our listeners with one takeaway from Spair's piece and our conversation today, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it would be this. Embrace the future of architecture with all its challenges and possibilities.
Okay.
AI is here to stay, and it has the potential to revolutionize the way we design and build our world. But remember, it's up to us, the humans behind the algorithms, to shape how this technology is used and to ensure that it aligns with our values and aspirations for a better future.
Beautifully said. So to our listeners out there, keep an open mind, stay curious, and never stop asking the big questions about how we want to shape the world around us. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of AI and architecture.